Alright, brief update, not a lot to talk about today. I finished building the console, so that's the radio console I've built in. So I'm just using two radio mounts, and I'm just going to mount that to on each side of the center console where those existing bolt holes are. That's where the old radios used to sit many years ago. So instead of just having the old radios open, I've built up a little console setup. I think it looks alright. It's come up alright. It's not awesome, but it's pretty good. So I'll just use parts from the other console. So I've used the cigarette lighter part, and yeah, so I've incorporated and glued and made all that into one console. So yeah, she's come up pretty good. So yeah, it's I'm happy with that. It actually looks pretty good. Once it's in the car, it'll work as a bit of a knee rest as well. So I finished the other bits of trim, so I think this one was the only one I had left to do. So that's done. That's the one I had to get fixed up and all that and glued together. So, but a little bit of a minor imperfection, but it's nothing. So they're all done. Everything else is there the same. No change with any of that stuff. So yeah, so I've done the servicing on all the door locks are done. Servicing on 2 of the window winders are done. The other 2 are in there. They're all good. I've got my boot rubber, so that's good. I've done the sun visors too. So using that natural paint. I don't even know where that paint went. I can't remember where I put it. Anyway, I got it off. Oh, there it is. That's the paint. It's just off Global Trim, I think. They're the only ones I could find that supply that stuff. But yeah, the colour's beautiful again. Very, it matches perfectly with the existing stuff again. A little bit tricky to get all the right line and all that with painting, but it's come up really good. Done the matte light as well. So that's like brand new now. That was a fair bit of work to get that nice and cleaned up and get all that surface back to spot on. So that's looking really good, and that's all been cleaned and freshened up. That's basically a perfect finish now, that map light. And then all the switches I've serviced them, so they will operate beautifully. I've got the bits here for the running her over the pits. So I need to put a breather in to make sure it breathes back to the air cleaner. So I've had to buy 2 of them because that's what they're going to need over the pits. And the only other thing, I've got my little, it's just a little bit of toy, this thing, just when I take the car around to kids' schools and stuff, which I generally do a bit of that stuff. That's just an old, that's just a police siren kit. So there's a siren and a couple of old school police lights. So yeah, a couple of old school police lights. So of course these won't be connected, and these are just for fun. So they'll be just sitting on the car and as a detachable item. So when I go to kids' schools with the car, it's just nice to have a bit of a noise, you know, just to give the kids a bit of a thrill. Yeah, so I'll just painted them up. But really, such little bits and pieces of dribs and drabs. So I've got 4 wheels ready to go. So 4 of the old 14-inch, I'm putting 4 of them, but you know, painting 4 of them. And I'm going to go do 4 snowflake style as well. And they're just going to be all silver with the black inserts. So I've got them ready to go. They've been 4 driving, those ones. Hilux, off of Hilux, I think. So anyway, so they're going to take a fair bit of work to bring them back. They're going to be a lot of work, I think, because they're metal outer, and that's all going to have to be polished. Then it's going to be sprayed black and then polished across the front. So it's going to be a fair bit of work, I think. I haven't done that stuff before, but I'm sure there's a way. So these are all right. They're just going to need a lot of metal, a lot of grinding to get the surface back. That's okay. That's all good. That's all part of it. So yeah, that's really not a lot more to talk about, honestly. That's just the dribs and drabs of stuff. It's just time consuming plus slow. Oh yeah, the tint glass is heading off on Friday to get tinted. So I'm going to get it tinted while it's out of the car. Just saves taking the car to yet another shop. So I've cleaned all that, as I said. And yeah, that's going to go be Friday and it'll be back mid next week. So other than that, really, yeah, she's just, yeah, that's what it is. Anyway, I just need the car back. Oh yeah, so time frames. Car's due back from paint on the 21st of July. I'll get the doors back at the same time, so I can build up all the doors while the car's at the other shop. So the first shop is the exhaust and then the tune. So that's the first week, and then the second week of the first week is back. Is basically maybe the 26th or something of July. Exhaust and tune, and then I think about the 3rd of August or something like that, it goes in for the hood lining. So as I said, the hood lining is all this stuff as well, so that's got to be part of the hood lining. Same with the sun visors, they're all part of it. And of course I'll have all the back window and all that ready to go, and the tint, it'll be all nicely tinted. So yeah, that's just where I'm at. Yeah, I'm pretty well ready to get the car back, really. But I'm obviously going to run out of things to do. So, but that's okay. It's going to take me a couple of days to do all the wheels. And then it's going to be a couple of days to get all the doors built back together and stripped and replaced and all that. Yeah, that's working in the afternoons. But yeah, really, it's just rock and roll. It's rock and roll, hanging out. So yeah, cool. Okay.